let's talk about the environment. You know, it's the rainy season, and when it rains, one of the sore sights is debris, refuse on the road, blocking, the drainage pathways, and you wonder, these didn't just appear. People actually dropped the trash either on the road, just dumped it indiscriminately, and it ends up blocking the drainage path. And what we have on our hands as a result of other factors is flooding. So today we want to talk about the environment, how to pay attention to the environment more, how to take care of our environment. And we have joining us a Nigerian who's doing something quite unusual. So he wears a Spiderman suit just to champion the cause of the environment. We're joined in our Lagos studio by Jonathan Olalekan Olanlokun. Olakunle Olanlokun. There's a lot of Ola in your name. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
You're welcome to the program.
I'm so grateful.
It's good to have you. And I must say that it's quite intriguing. When my producer told me about the Nigerian Spiderman,
wow,
I was thinking, okay, this is interesting. First, why did you choose the Spiderman suit?
Thank you so much for this question. I chose the Spiderman suit because it has been a burning desire in me to see a clean Nigeria. Yeah. A clean Nigeria like the developed nations that most Nigerians, or let me say our leaders, travel to, and they go in there and they come back home, they still can't find solution to the dirtiness that we see in Nigeria. So when someone now called me Spiderman, he did not tell me to put on the Spiderman suit. He just called me Spiderman. Then I said, this is it. I must put on the Spiderman costume. And that was how I started wearing the Spiderman costume. I've been doing this for 21 years, but the Spiderman now broke out the news, and I believe Nigeria will be clean.
Beautiful. I see you target a lot of young people,
yes,
students, and that is very good.
Yes.
Because if you're able to capture them at such a young age,
yes,
then you'd expect that they'll grow up
yes,
to be much better people.
Yes,
but
yes,
in your findings,
yes,
what is responsible for this the most? Is it a mindset thing?
Yes.
Is it like people just think the environment, I can just dump things?
Yes.
Or is it the fact that we don't have as much recycle bins or
yes,
refuse bins in public spaces that you
yes,
think of tossing something and you have
yes,
something to throw there?
Yes.
What exactly do you think is responsible?
There's so much of factors behind this, but I would first say it's our regulators, the people in the Ministry of Environment, our government. They need to put in laws. They need to do their work well. They have shortage of staffs. Like I will tell people, we have the policemen, we have the custom officers, we have the paramilitary. The people that are going house to house, they are very few in numbers. So if the government can jack up and employ thousands of health workers to go into our community to educate the people at home, to let them, to change their thinking. You can't expect the people to change their thinking without you having people to educate them. So number one thing the government should do is to employ enough environmental officers to go in. If you could have millions of policemen, we could also have millions of health workers today. They graduate from the health schools and they don't get a job. So the government should employ them, then we keep it up. Everybody should be responsible. You can't just expect the government to come and clean the front edge of your house. People don't do that now. They are hungry with the government, so they are also hungry with the environment. It doesn't work like that. So you have to keep your environment clean. You have to sacrifice, your time, your resources to pay the few waste management companies that we have. We still have just few. It's just few. Look at our landfills. They are not enough, and they are now in the main city. You don't see them at the outskirts of the city any longer. So,
quite important point you made. By the way, the police will tell you we don't have millions. So in fact, we don't have more than 300,000 plus in that sense. So wherever you turn, you see that shortage of manpower. But for the environment, it's really important, and we must begin to think of creative ways to ensure that our environment is better manned. There's more sensitization. I see a letter that you wrote to the governor of Osun State.
Yes, yes.
And you said the request for audience to discuss environmental conservation initiatives.
Yes.
How successful has that been?
I'm still expecting the outcome. Our governor is doing amazingly well in Osun State. I'm from Osun State, and I expect he's a dancing governor and he's a working governor. When you see what he's doing, he's building bridges, doing roads, and in just 2 years plus, he's doing amazingly well. But in terms of the environment, our environment is still dirty. Like I say, in our villages, it's dirty. Our urban is dirty. Everywhere is almost dirty. So I want to see my governor and I go out and do a cleanup. The governor dance, he does the cleanup. I also wear my costume and come and see how a lot of people at home will be inspired and they also want to do the cleanup thing. And this is just the essence of it. And I'm still expecting to hear from this wonderful governor that is doing amazingly well in Osun State. And I can take it over to other states, and by so doing, this is a revolution to keep our country clean. We can't be traveling to, like I said, to America, to London, and those places are beautiful. You want to take beautiful pictures, and you just look around and find a place to take a beautiful picture, that is a place that is clean, and you don't want to take a picture in a dirty place. So I'm expecting the governor.
This is a very tricky question.
Yes.
Again, I want to go back to the mindset. Is the average Nigerian dirty?
Yes. We're very dirty. We're very dirty. It's because of our system. We don't, this is a system that we are born into. And this is why we need to change. The world is changing. We should also change as the world is changing. And it is us that will begin to use our senses well. Okay, you watch videos, you watch those beautiful stadium, you watch Man U, Chelsea, and you see those beautiful stadiums. Why can't we do that in our nation? Why can't we just work for a better country? And like you say, the mindset is the poverty. How will our government reduce the poverty level? Like I would say, it's about 70%. If you can reduce it to 30%, 40%, when you are happy, you'll love to keep your community clean. When you are happy. So let's reduce poverty. Let people start living well. Let them have this sense of belonging. Let them be happy. When they are happy, they want to do great for their nation, for their community. And this is it.
It was a very tricky question to start with, but I wanted us to speak to, sometimes these truths are a bit hard. And a lot of people grew up in an environment where you had the KIK, the KAI officials, those who will come and check your houses, the environmental officials. But these days, it's almost like a free-for-all. But let's go over to our Abuja studio. My colleague Bukola wants to ask you a few questions. Bukola.
Yes, thank you, Kadi. Indeed, Mr. Olanlokun, I hope I got your name correctly.
Yes.
What you're doing is outstanding.
Wow.
Because perhaps not necessarily everyone is dirty in that sense. Maybe in their personal space, they're clean and observe good personal hygiene. But, taking that personal cleanliness out of their comfort zone to ensure that the environment is clean is what perhaps a lot of people may not subscribe to, and then they just turn the other way if their immediate environment is dirty. And that's why what you're doing is commendable. But I'm sure that you get this question every now and then because of the weight of what you're doing. Are you self-funded? How come you have so much time to clean everywhere that you find dirty?
So thank you so much for this beautiful question. I'm just self-funded. I do this personally because I have this passion for this, and I do the cleanup activities, but I do more of the raising awareness for a cleaner Nigeria now than the cleanup. I can't be doing cleanup for you when you are doing nothing. We do it together. So that's what I do now. I do more of the education. I do more of the orientation, and I do the cleanup, occasionally, but every day I do the environmental education, whether I'm wearing the costume or I'm not wearing the costume. I work more.
So when you're doing the cleaning occasionally,
yes,
it is still self-funded?
Yes, it's still self-funded. It's still self-funded. I have few friends, just very few friends, that encourages me. They keeps me going, and I'm so happy about this amazing people. That the reason why I'm doing this amazing work for my nation at this particular point in time, where I believe champions like I should come up and raise this voice up and let us have a cleaner Nigeria.
I'd like to assume that you're married, but if you're not, you can, confirm that. But if you are, do you get a pushback from your wife, family members about deploying so much time to this? Do you get a sense of, as we say here, waiting be your own now?
At the onset, it was very tough for me. My family, most of my family and friends, they were against all this. At the point they said I've run mad, and I said no. I said, can a madman want a cleaner society? And I say, go out to the public places. You see mad people all over the places. They are so dirty. They keep dirt. But I am saying a cleaner society. So I'm not mad. I'm okay. And as time goes on, when they discover that I'm not going to give up sooner, they have to back up. And I wouldn't come closer to them, because I know they are a stumbling block to the good work that I'm doing. It's 21 years of doing all this, 4 years of wearing the Spiderman costume. And if I would tell you, it's not an easy thing to put on the costume. I have to deny myself because of the heat. There's heat. When I put on the costume and I want to smell like 2 hours, 3 hours, there's heat. But because of the message that I'm passing, because of the revolutionary work that I'm doing, I just have to do it. And they love what I'm doing now. They are supporting me. They're encouraging me to keep doing it. And, well, I'm happy.
Now, beyond the support, and we're happy for you too, by the way, beyond the support that you're getting from organizations,
yes,
and indeed the attention from
yes,
the institutions, have you been able to secure converts like you who will also take up, the responsibility of cleaning their environment on a personal level?
Yes, I have gotten a whole lot, but I still feel sad when I see my fans that support me, that encourage me, when they see my social media posts. But I get to their house, I see that it's dirty. Then I tell them, it's better you don't support me. If you know you cannot keep your environment clean, I want you to be a good ambassador of what I preach. If you're supporting me, you're encouraging me, you keep sharing my posts, you keep, the man is doing amazing work. Then I get to your office, I get to your house, and I can see waste being situated in places, and I can see you have, different waste bin, in your kitchen. You have waste bin for kitchen waste. You don't mix up your waste. I want you to separate your waste. So these are the people that encourages me, and I want them to be a true ambassador for a cleaner Nigeria and a cleaner Africa.
Fantastic. So I think everybody should take a cue from what you're doing.
Yes.
And champion the cause one way or the other, from your own personal space to your office space, your business space, and something we don't do as much, even the environment. There's nothing wrong in seeing someone who's dropped trash on the floor and walking up to them and saying, you know what, you should actually pick it up, or pick it up for them and help them toss it into the bin. And you see some people from really nice vehicles tossing, plastic containers out of the window.
Tossing. Then I would say, if you're a government worker, we need to see you do your work.
There you go.
If you are a government worker and it's on a Friday, you're not at work, how are you showing the people that you work in the Ministry of Environment? And I would also like to raise this point, that if we really want a cleaner Nigeria, we need to break it down into smaller cycle. Let's start from the ward level. That is where the councillor comes in, the local government comes in. This community, how many community is it? How can we keep that small
We'll start from the little
clean?
bits and then we'll grow bigger.
We grow up. Then I would like to state, because the government doesn't want to provide waste bin, why can't we find a waste bin that is less value, that can be on our street, that these scavengers cannot steal away?
So we can find creative ways to solve this problem. Mr. Jonathan Olanlokun, we have to thank you so much for your time, environmentalist. I wonder, how many Spiderman suits do you have?
I have 2 suits, and I'm expecting more.
Would you maybe dress as a masquerade one of these days to be in tune with the African culture?
Yes. You might not be wearing the Spiderman costume, but I would like to tell the people at home that they are also a Spiderman.
There you go.
Let's do this together.
Thank you very much for your time. Wish you the very best.
It's an honor. Thank you.
So that's been our conversation. You see his mask right there. So you may just see him on the streets one of his days close to you. But more importantly, everybody should take this on board. We talk a lot about politics. We talk about governance, how the leaders need to do better. Absolutely. But we thought to just take a moment to also reflect inwards as a people to see what we can do better as citizens of our country and of the world. Well, just before we go, let's remind you that Nigeria has an all-important game against Lesotho tomorrow. It's a World Cup qualifier, the second to the last. It's a big decider for us. Now, we're still doing all of the calculations to see how well things will go, but we really hope the Nigeria Super Eagles would win the match comfortably. We're keeping our eyes on what is happening with South Africa as well. Don't forget, Benin Republic tops the group with 14 points after South Africa's 3 points were deducted for fielding an ineligible player. South Africa is second, also on 14 points, but with a +2 goal difference. Nigeria is third with 11 points. So it's something we do a lot. So we pray. So you fast and pray for Nigeria ahead of the match. So something to look forward to. We'll give you a breakdown on the show tomorrow. And just to also add, about the tinted glass permit, the Nigeria police has put on hold the enforcement, according to the Inspector General, suspending the enforcement of a tinted glass permit. So for now, it's been suspended. Nobody should harass you on the road. And we have some comments from Nigerians, actually, to that effect. This one says, is this not a joke? They just started enforcing the tinted glass law a few weeks ago, and now they've suspended it again. But come on, I thought that was what you were asking for. And that's the court order, actually, asking that status quo be maintained. So it's the law. It's not some sort of flip-flop. Maybe it is, but it's the law that is being followed here. Bukola.
You know, Kade, I'm just chuckling at this comment from Ali, who says, yeah, it's Ali. He says, even Nigeria doesn't understand Nigeria. Confusion everywhere. Well, it's a good thing to report at this time, as we see that, the court determines the matter along with popular will. But that's where we anchor the program today. Thank you for watching. I am Bukola Koka.
And I'm Kaido Kikilu. Sunrise Daily is next. Don't forget, let's take care of the environment. Goodbye.